Hello everybody, I am Jared Ross, the GeneaVlogger, and welcome back to another Professional Genealogist Reacts. On today's video, I will be reacting to Is Pokimane Asian? I Take a DNA Test by Pokimane. I imagine this will be like most other DNA test videos that I've seen. I know a little bit about Pokimane just because she does gaming and I watch gaming channels and I do play video games. I don't really know her ancestry. I think she's kind of like one of those racially ambiguous people, but I also don't follow her much, so I don't know if she just seems like she might be Asian or if she might be mixed or if she even talks about that. So it'll be interesting to see what her actual ethnic background is. Before we do jump into the video, you may notice that I am wearing some of my new GeneaVlogger merch. You can actually go get that now at my Teespring store, which I'm going to be linking down below. And I have another design too. So I have this design, The Gotta Find Them All. And I have this design, Genealogy is in My DNA. So head over to the store. I'm going to be linking down below a code which can get you 15% off until August 19th. So if you're watching this video before August 19th, be sure to go over to the store and get your GeneaVlogger merch. I did forget to mention on the back of every one, there is the GeneaVlogger logo. So you will get to rep genealogy and you'll be helping my channel out. As well, before we jump in, please be sure to subscribe. I'm getting really close to 10,000 subscribers. I'm just about 1,000 away at this point. So I would love to get some help. If you aren't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. You can also click that bell for notifications. And yeah, so let's go ahead and jump on into this video. So Pokimane Asian.
Today I'm doing something that I've wanted to do for a really, really long time, which is take a DNA test and see my results. Oh, am I adopted? Maybe. Okay, let's actually get to the results. Dun, dun, dun. I'm opening the tab. We detected traces of the following populations in your DNA. Broadly, that's so cool! What the heck?
All right.
This is future Poki clipping back into old Poki. I'm here just to let you know that please, if you like these IRL videos, leave a like so that I know that you guys want more of these. And
if you like my videos, leave me a like too.
That's all. Okay, today I'm doing something that I've wanted to do for a really, 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 really long time. Actually, so long. Which is take a DNA test. Oh, I already took it. And see my results. Also, throughout the whole time that I've been a content creator, I feel like it's one of my most frequently asked questions. Not even questions, most frequently assumed things. Frequently assumed. My fats. Oh.
My fat.
Basically, everybody thinks I'm Asian, which is totally fine. But I'm actually not.
She kind of does look
From what
Asian.
My parents have told me, I'm 100% Moroccan. From what I know. And I say this because there's this small thought in the back of my mind that's maybe you're adopted.
If she has Moroccan ancestry, she is probably going to have a good mix just because the history of Morocco, there have been a lot of different population groups that have gone and settled there and gone through there over the past couple of thousand years. So she may have some interesting results hiding in there.
And you're going to find out today. You never know, right? I don't know. But so many people think I'm Asian that I am almost convinced there's got to be some ancestry that's from an Asian region. And you know what else is really sketchy? Both of my parents have black hair. It ain't black.
Oh, is that her natural color?
It ain't black. Mom and Dad, I'm on to you. Salut!
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Allô, ça va bien, et toi?
Ça va pas pire, tu es belle.
Merci, toi aussi. T'ai appelé pour une raison. So, today, j'ai pris un test de DNA. Tu comprends?
Et tu dis que ta maman est japonaise?
She's like, did Did your test say that your mom is Japanese or something?
You can kind of tell they look alike. Like they have the same nose and like the sort of same eyes. Yeah, she's definitely her daughter, I think. Just from the looks.
Je voulais juste te demander qu'est-ce que tu penses que ça va dire. What do you think it's gonna say?
Non, ça dépend. Ça dépend. Pourquoi tu as fait le test d'abord? Qu'est-ce que tu cherches dans le test? Et
Je cherche rien. I'm just curious.
A lot of people will ask that, I've found. What, like if I talk to people who really aren't into genealogy, or, you know, especially like family members and stuff, they'll be like, well, what are you looking for? Like, what's the point? Especially before I went professional and it was just kind of like an obsessive hobby. I had a lot of people say that to me. So I don't know if any other genealogists out there have experienced the same thing. Comment down below, but that's just kind of funny because it's like, I guess people just don't understand, like, why would that interest you? Why would you have any care in the world what happened in the past? But
what are you looking for?
I need to know if I'm adopted, Mama. If I'm adopted, just tell me now.
Okay, if you are adopted, just introduce your parents. They are very welcome.
Okay, good. I can have 4 parents. It's cool. My mom said it's okay for me to be adopted, whatever. Okay, je vais te rappeler après que je regarde à mes résultats, okay? I'll call you after. Okay, see you soon. Bisous. I used my results under a different name. It's like you're giving your DNA to some random company to just own for themselves and do whatever they want. 30 years from now, when cloning is finally perfected and they can use all this information to clone whoever they want, however they want, then you gon' care. Okay.
the truth is if anyone wanted your DNA, it's not that hard to get. If you don't want anybody to get your DNA at all, then for the rest of your life, make sure that you keep everything you throw away on you, anything that touches your lips, anything that you use, you cannot throw away without guaranteeing that no one's going to know it came directly from you, because that's all it takes. If someone really wanted to get your DNA, they just follow you, wait for you to drink something, go eat at a restaurant, and they just take the fork and boom, DNA.
And then you will go back to my channel and you'll be like, Pokey, you was right all along. Okay, let's actually get to the results. Dun, dun, dun. I'm opening the tab, really. Oh my god, Yvonne was anemic! This is so spot on.
I can't even read it. It's so small. Okay, let's see. Western Asian and North African, 86.4%, makes a lot of sense. North African and Arabian, 84.9%. Western Asian, 0.4%. Probably Western Asian and North African, 1.1%. European, 10.5%. Sub-Saharan African, 2.3%. So, yeah, that's not too surprising.
85% North African and Arabian, which, like, yeah. Yeah. Guess I'm not adopted. I'm 85% North African and Arabian. Nice. And it says, like, wow. It says Morocco. I'm kind of spooked because it says, we predict you had ancestors in Casablanca, TZ, Algeria. And Algeria, I don't know. I don't feel like there's Algerians in my family, but who knows? 0.5% Western Asian. So Western Asian, it said from the Caucasus to Iran.
The Caucasus.
Western Asian is an important crossroads in
as in Caucasian
migration out of Africa, and the genetics of this region reflect that role. So it's really all still related to North Africa. 1% broadly Western Asian and North African. What does this mean?
It means that they couldn't exactly pinpoint the specific.
But like sorta Asian. Yo, I'm 1.5% Asian. Literally everything just says you're actually Moroccan, by the way. This is the part I'm actually curious about. 10% European. Specifically Southern European. So Spanish and Portuguese,
that makes a lot of sense, because there was a lot of migration and different patterns of why can't I think? Trade, that's the word. A lot of patterns of trade going from Spain through Morocco, so many port cities. And so especially not just Spain and Portugal, all of Iberia.
that's so cool.
So that makes a lot of sense. Southern European
heck?
mixing.
Yeah, that's like a decent bitch, Who? I want to know, who in my family, who is Portuguese? Where?
Now at 10%, there's two possibilities. It could be that she has at 10%, that would be maybe like, a grandparent's 25%, a great-grandparent's like 12.5%, and then a great-great-grandparent is about 6.25%, but it's all about. So if it's 10%, then she'd probably be looking at like a great-grandparent. Technically could be a great-great-grandparent, but more likely a great-grandparent who would be fully Southern European or fully Spanish and Portuguese. But more than likely what that actually is it's a representation of European ancestry that came into her Moroccan ancestry centuries ago. And then all of the populations then in Morocco had these bits of European throughout them. But the big thing being that the European ancestry may be not just one close relative, but more of a representation of a historical demographic mixture.
I need to know. Spanish and Portuguese, that's so cool. And I've always wanted to learn Spanish. Sardin, I don't know how to pronounce that. And broadly Southern
Sardinian.
European.
That means like Italian. It's an island off of Italy.
And then Sub-Saharan African, 2.3%. I am mostly North African.
Yep.
Oh my God, I'm a percent Sudanese. Dope. We detected traces of the following populations in your DNA. Broadly.
It's trace. It's just a trace amount. It's not even 1%. It's 0.1%. And they even define it as trace.
Chinese and Southeast Asian, 0.1%. I belong in this house. Oh, yeah, there's more.
Okay. So before we go on, at 0.1%, this video is taken at May 14th, 2019. I wouldn't be surprised if there's been an update on 23andMe since then. I'm sure there has been. I can't remember when the last one was, but I bet you that 0.1% is gone. I bet that's just kind of, when they're doing all these population studies, there's always that possibility that some of the people participating have these ancient ancestries that connect elsewhere that they don't realize. And so as they do more of these demographic studies, they can figure these things out. So trace results like that are really not useful. I personally don't like any trace results that are like 1 or 2%. Those are really iffy. So anything under 1%, very iffy.
There's more. But wait, there's more. Oh, so there was someone that was Spanish and Portuguese and Western Asian and keep wanting to say so.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So at 10%, if it was a full great-grandparent, assuming that the European's coming from one recent common ancestor, then that would be in the 1800s. So, if she's born, I assume she's around, born 1990s, maybe 2000s, maybe 1980s. Maybe she just looks a lot younger than she is. I don't know. But that would make it that, great-grandparent, that's, 3 generations back, parents, grandparents, great-grandparents. And so for me, most of my grandparents, great-grandparents were born between 1866 and I think 1895, maybe 1898, somewhere around there. So she's about the same generation as me. So yeah, late 1800s. But this is a bit misleading because this is assuming that that's all coming from one recent common ancestor. And in reality, that could actually, could just be that, you know, from her paternal grandmother, she has, you know, 1% that she's getting. From her paternal grandfather, she's getting 2%. From her maternal grandmother, she's getting another 2%. And then so it's like it adds up, but it's not 10% just from one recent common ancestor. It's little percentages from each one of her ancestors, if that makes sense. So that's why these charts, you know, they're interesting, but I they can be a little bit misleading.
On these. But that was all like 1800s. My parents aren't going to remember this. You most likely had a parent or grandparent who was 100% North African. Yeah. Oh, my parents didn't lie to me. I love them.
So that's basically what you expected, right?
Honestly, part of me was like, maybe I'm a little bit like... Legit, so many people have told me, you're Asian. So it's just like an idea that has been like implanted in my mind my whole, well, not my whole life, but for many, many years. So I was like, maybe I am like 20% some sort of Asian. Turns out, just mostly European and North African.
What results shocked you the most?
The 8% Spanish and Portuguese. What? I think that's dope though. I thought you knew this whole time that I was adopted, and you were like holding off for the best video ever.
I would not have done it like this if you were literally like,
really?
No, I wouldn't have done it on camera.
This is how you do it. This is
So many adoptees do it on camera.
I don't care. My mom doesn't care. I'm adopted. Cool. What's up?
This camera's going, okay, let's get her mic'd up.
Life-changing news is the
That's
best
all for today's
content.
video. This was super, super, super fun. Really glad that we finally got to do it. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and something that I think a lot of you are very curious about as well. I just want to end it off on a note of saying it doesn't even really matter where you're from, whether you're adopted or not. All that matters is whether you're a good person, whether you treat others with respect, just like my mommy said. And enjoy the rest of your day, night, week, evening, whatever. See you, bye, love you.
All right. Well, that was a pretty decent video. I mean, a typical DNA results video. Before it, I didn't know what her ancestry was. Being that she has Moroccan ancestry, her results were pretty much what I was expecting. I mean, North African, Arabian, Southern European. Wouldn't have surprised me if there was some sort of Jewish ancestry mixed in there as well. There wasn't, though, which is not surprising either. And then, you know, different little mixtures of sub-Saharan African and, you know, a little bit of very, very little bit of East Asian. But yeah, I mean, it was, you know, nothing crazy. But that was pretty enjoyable. Well, thank you so much for checking out this video. I do hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can also click right about here if you'd like to subscribe. It's completely free to do so. And I'm really hoping to get up to 10,000. I'm at just under 9,000 right now, so it would really help me out. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at GeneaVlogger. I'm the GeneaVlogger. See you in my next video.